Welcome to the Tuesday edition of One's World. And this past Sunday was the first Sunday in Advent. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Advent recipes in coming videos, including this one. And I'm going to explain why. Advent is the season of 4 Sundays prior to Christmas. And this year, in fact, the 4th Sunday in Advent is also Christmas Eve. So it's all very tight together in the month of December. And what I like to do is to approach Christmas very slowly and not treat it as this one big day where you have to put in all your energy, and so for a month ahead of time you have to be racing around shops and doing all kinds of present wrapping and all of that kind of stuff, because like December 25th is the big day. But instead, to treat it as a slow rise up a hill to the top, which would be Christmas Day itself, and then a slow descent on the other side, so it starts off the first Sunday in Advent. And I have here my Advent wreath. Now, an Advent wreath is 5 candles, 4 of them representing the 4 Sundays in Advent, and the 5th one, the white one in the middle, representing Christ, and it's lit when Christmas Day arrives. I usually light mine at midnight on Christmas Eve, going into Christmas Day, which is fairly traditional. And the other 4 have different meanings. The first one is the candle of hope. And it's the only decoration I have in my apartment right now. And on Sunday morning, very early, I lit it, as you can see here. And that's it. It's just like hope. Hope for the future. One tiny candle burning in the darkness, but giving you hope for more to come. So next Sunday I'll light the 2nd candle, then the next Sunday the 3rd candle, so it's getting brighter and brighter. Also by the 3rd Sunday I'll have more decorations up, and I'll be doing more Christmassy things. But I'm starting slowly and building slowly. Now, here's the twist. In the past, I used to do a lot of my Christmas cooking towards the tail end. That is, I would have a big fish dinner on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day I would have some like starters, like maybe some pate on croissants or something like that, then a soup, then a roast, usually 2 meats with roast potatoes and vegetables, and then Christmas pudding and mince pies and nuts, and I just can't do that anymore. I'm 72 years old and my stomach has just shriveled away to nothing. So I can't do that. I have to approach cooking in the Christmas season slowly, and so what I'm going to do this year is show you what I do, or what I had done in past years, like all in the Christmas holiday season, but it's now spread out over Advent into Epiphany. And I'm going to start off today with sausage rolls. Now, sausage rolls are a big deal for Christmas in England, so let's get started with that. All right, so here first of all, is an image of some sausage rolls that I made a little while ago. I was just trying to get a handle on it because one of the problems with making sausage rolls in Cambodia is that you can't get sausage meat, English sausage meat. You can get a kind of pork sausage meat, and you can get sausages, but it's just not the same. But I thought, well, let me just get started because I had some puff pastry knocking around in my freezer for a long time, and I thought, well, I better use that. So, and I got some Cambodian sausage meat, cut it into chunks, wrapped it in puff pastry, and baked at a high temperature for a few 20 minutes, and this is the result. Not bad. I mean, the pastry was not being very cooperative with me, but I managed to make this is like a light meal plus some other things for me. And so I thought, okay, all right, so the Christmas is starting. But then the other day, Saturday in fact, I went to a different supermarket than the one I normally go to, and I got a lot of different sausages. Now you can see in this photo at the top that white big fat thing, that's the Cambodian pork sausage that I used to make the original sausage rolls. But now I've got 3 other kinds of sausage. On the very left, there's this long sausage. That's a Cambodian pork sausage that's pretty well flavored, but not like English sausage meat. It's got its own particular flavor. And then 2 other sausages that I just found in the meat case at the supermarket. So I continued with my puff pastry, which was getting a bit old by this point, and you can see in these images, wrapping up the different sausages or sausage meats. Not doing a very good job of it, I'm afraid, because the pastry was just not cooperating at all. But I did manage to make 3 different styles of sausage rolls, put them in the oven, very hot temperature for about 20 minutes, glazed them a little bit with butter so that they would brown nicely, and you could see here my result, which was not quite a disaster, but close to it, partly because the pastry was old, and partly because several of the kinds of sausages burst open when they were baked, and so they burst open the sausage rolls. But they were okay. But here's my assessment so far: is that the Cambodian sausage, the long sausage, was interesting, but I wouldn't really want to do much more with that because it just doesn't have any of the essence of English sausage rolls. The other 2 were closer, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to make my own sausage meat and then make my own sausage rolls. So I'll get back to that at some point and let you know. So meanwhile, if you like my videos, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you on Friday. Have a good week.